Greetings, welcome to another day of Autoforge development. Today we decided to wrap up our inventory UI, at least for the time being. So that meant that we needed to add in some of the missing features and just get things looking good. So I tackled the feature of just being able to grab items and move them around in your inventory, which we got working, and I can show you here. We can grab this item, move it around. We can see it's showing a nice little preview. We can reorder things, and we can even drop them in the world, and the key is currently representing the player, so we can see like that, our player is picking up that item, which is great. Whenever I first started working on this, I ran into this issue where our inventory was actually just completely busted and I had to re-implement the entire thing. So this inventory component, what I had it doing was I was only filling in the item. So we have this inventory. Let's say that we have 10 items in it. If you have an item at maybe slot 3 and 7, that's all that would be inside of this items array. And that was causing problems, I think, when we would try to move items or delete them. I think maybe it's in part because of how TypeScript Lua is dealing with the arrays. And so I was like, okay, let's just completely redo this along with our items. And so what I did was I made it so that our items are actually entirely immutable. So you cannot, whenever you create an item, you cannot change it, which simplifies a lot of things. It means that now we know that we're never going to accidentally create an item with a quantity of 0 accidentally, we set it to 0 or whatever. We have to be very intentional about what we are doing with the item and where we're setting it. And so I simplified the whole item interface, and so now we just have the single item instead of before I had an item prefab versus an item entity, and they were treated differently, kind of. Now our inventory is filled out with a bunch of empty items to start with. And then as you add items into it, we just put them into those slots. So we kind of have these placeholders there, these placeholder items. And anytime we are changing our items right now, it's always going, and I might even try making our items be read-only. That's actually a really good idea. I think we can do that with our items here. We could do public read-only. That should make it so that we can only, outside of this class, you can only read it. And I believe that will work. And so we can set the items, and that's right here, and that's where anytime we're changing our inventory, it happens here in the set function. And so I just had to rewrite a bunch of code getting it all set up, and now we have this beautiful inventory. We can move items around, and once we pull in the new code with the fonts, then we'll be able to make these little quantity numbers show up a little nicer. We can always enhance it over time. So yeah, that's it. We're done with the inventory, and we're ready to move on to whatever's next. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.